Well, we just bought a rock today. We live in a world where we have to buy a rock. Remember when I built this awesome garden behind me a few months ago, and I was super excited because it was filled with plants and it was just green and just like, Well, today I have to rip it all apart. Most of these plants would die anyway because we are growing in an area where it's pretty cold. But we're going to replace it with the cutest, the tiniest little wood stove. Isn't this just like the most adorable thing in the world? Let's remove some plants. It's kind of an emotional moment for me right now. Removing the beautiful garden that I put so much time into it. Just like that, no more garden. Now Din's gonna come behind me and cut all these pieces of wood out so we can fit the stove in. So what's the next step?
Clean up, sand up, try to clean all this up, and then start test fitting the stainless back pieces.
So the stove comes with a metal mounting kit that they recommend to install behind and underneath the stove.
So precious.
It looks weird with the feet.
It almost feels like it should be like back here, which it could be back there, and that makes more sense.
But it doesn't really fit into the space well, and we don't really like the way it looks either. So instead, we're going to change it up a bit and design something a little bit more our style.
Normally when you install tile, you use some sort of masonry, mastic, some sort of concrete material behind it to hold it down. But on a boat, everything flexes and moves a little bit, so we don't really want something that's going to be super duper solid like cement would be. So instead, we're going to be using some construction adhesive, gluing it on the back of the tile, and that way it will be have a little bit more flex than a normal installation would. Alright, last tile's on, and now we wait. We'll let these set up overnight, and then tomorrow I'll put a coat of varnish on here and install our slate stone and install the stove. It's looking really good.
varnishing is done. It looks good and shiny. We're just gonna have to let it dry now, and then tomorrow we'll be able to install our awesome rock, and then we'll be able to put the stove together.
The stone we got had 4 sort of sharp corners, so I'm just banging on it with a hammer to give it more of a natural look. Us just installing a flagstone on a boat. Yep. All right, those back 2 got a nice squooge, and this front one's gonna be all right as well, because I need to be here. It's not bad. That's the top of the deck, core, and then about half of that is the bottom of the deck, and the other half is our cabin top liner. It's a seam right there. It's not bad, it's about 1 inch thick. I'm making a fiberglass tube so that if water ever kind of gets underneath the gasket on a chimney, it won't run down the hole and into the boat. It will just kind of run around the tube and go out the bottom. Same thing we did for our windlass motor, and it works really, really well for the windlass, so doing it again. It's so warm.
This is the cutest stove in the history of stoves.
Yeah, a lot of you guys are probably wondering about our heating situation. We just fired it up. It's producing a lot of heat actually, and reflecting off our tiles quite nicely.
I don't even think I need a sweater. It's just
no, it's toasty.
Now that I have it on, I'm feeling a little warm.
So the big question is why we went with wood stove. Most boats are either heated with either a diesel heater or a propane heater, or have like an electrical forced air system, which means they're running a genset. But since we don't have diesel and propane on board, we went with wood stove. So this stove, we can burn any kind of paper product that we have, any kind of wood that we can find, or compressed logs, which is what we're going to be carrying with us as sort of like our main bulk fuel source. We see it more as a way of keeping condensation, like drying things out like when we get to anchor. So where we're going is not going to be below freezing, so it's not like we're going to be frozen if we can't find wood. It's just things might be a little bit less comfortable. We foresee using the stove more intermittently throughout our sailing, just maybe a couple of days out of a week or a month. We don't plan on using it all the time, but it's certainly going to be nice to have a way to dry out the boat and heat up when things get kind of cold.
Yeah, the main goal is definitely to keep ourselves and everything inside the boat dry. I know that having a fire inside of a boat doesn't seem like something that would be conventional, but coal burning stove have been inside boats since before diesel engine have been in boats. So we definitely did not reinvent the wheel by having a wood stove on our boat.
It's a good clean fuel. Like the reason we don't like diesel fuel is it just smells bad. We don't like the smell of diesel fuel. Most diesel furnaces burn pretty clean, but then we'd still have to carry around a bunch of diesel fuel. Wood doesn't smell like anything, and actually the smoke from the wood fire actually I think kind of smells good.
It smells nice. It smells like camping.
Yeah, a little bit. It doesn't smell bad in here, but the smoke blowing off the back of the boat,
yeah,
just kind of smells like like it should. I don't know. I grew up with a wood stove, so I like the smell.
A little bit about this specific stove is from a company called Cubic Mini. They send out this stove to people in RVs, trailers, tiny houses, and also boats. So it's not unheard of to have a wood stove on a boat, by the way.
No, there's actually quite a few of these installed on a boat. And Kimberly also makes a stove. Also makes a similar stove. It's a little bit bigger, which is why we couldn't quite fit it on our boat. We would have had to install it down here on this settee. But we wanted this space to be able to lay down, and we didn't want to like start chopping it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, the stove is Canadian, and also the chimney fittings are by Dickinson. I think it's called Dickinson. They make like these marine through deck chimney fittings, and everything's 304 stainless, so should survive pretty well. These stoves are made in Canada, in British Columbia, and this is the larger one. This is the Cubic Cub, I think, not the Cubic Mini. There's two. Anyway, this is the larger one, and it's still tiny. I can't imagine how small the small one would be. But apparently this one burns a little bit more efficiently, and it fits in our space a little bit better.
It's really warm. I don't know, like, are you having a sunburn?
I need like sunscreen.
You're actually really warm.
It's really warm.
When you get the Cubic Mini, they recommend to burn the fire before you install it, because there's this thick paint.
It's supposed to, it cures the paint if you burn it outside. Yeah, they say to burn it for like 10 to 12 hours or something to cure the paint. And the paint curing process is non-toxic, but it does, a little bit of sort of smoke does sort of come off the outside of the stove the first time you light it up. So it's a good thing we did that outside. Well, what do you think? Do you miss your garden? Is that a mean question to ask?
Yes and no, but I love this almost more because, one, it looks just adorable, and I do have my plants moved, at least the ones that I know might survive.
The bamboo and the air plants. Yeah, we have a couple plants left.
And yeah, this works so much better. I mean,
plants
I will
don't keep
need
you
this.
Warm.
That's a good point.
You can't look at an orchid and be like, that warms me inside. It's like, nope. No, a frozen orchid isn't going to keep you warm. But while we're out sailing, most likely we're going to be relying on our own foul weather gear and thermals. But yeah, it's going to be our gear and, sleeping bags and blankets, and we have an electric blanket if we need to keep us warm. But we'll talk about all of that in another video.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Cheers. How's this thing doing?
I like it. I want to make marshmallows now.
Yeah?
Do you think you could?
Oh, absolutely.